During lockdown, many people have got round to doing jobs that they had put off for weeks, months, maybe even years. People ventured into their lofts, their sheds, they sorted through cupboards and drawers and wardrobes. One of my neighbours even sorted out her spice rack. In our household, it meant that we sorted through the bits and bobs drawers. Every household has one. It's the place where you put important and useful things that you don't know where to store otherwise. So we've got mini screwdrivers, penknives, useful wires, torches, receipts, blue tack, old keys. It's a great treasure trove where you always find something useful. And when you sort out a drawer like that, you have to go through it and think about what you want to keep, what you need to keep, what you no longer want, and what you no longer need. Of course, it's easier said than done because many of us hold on to things that we don't really need anymore, but we want. And that can be quite tricky, especially when we don't have a great deal of space. I think lockdown's also given people time and space to reflect not just on their drawers, but to sort through their lives as well. To think about the relationships that are really important. To think about what matters most, what priorities people want for their lives. People have thought about the way in which they use their time and their skills, their work-life balance, their hopes for the future. And many people are beginning to make significant decisions based on the experiences and the reflections they've had over the past few months. We're now in this strange time between lockdown and normal, where things still feel far from normal. But whilst we're waiting for the new normal to emerge, this is actually a really good moment to stop and to take stock and to think back over the past few months. To think, what did you gain during lockdown that you're happy to let go of now? What did you gain during lockdown that you want to hold on to? What did you lose during lockdown that you want to regain now that normal life is restarting? And what did you lose during lockdown that you're happy to let go of? I'm one of those people who, when I sort through a drawer, I'm very decisive. I know immediately whether we should keep it or get rid of it. It can be a useful skill to have if you're sorting through lots of junk, but just now and again I have let go of things that proved to be quite useful, and on occasions I've recycled something that was actually rather important. As we think back over the last few months, it has impacted every part of life, and that includes our faith. I wonder, what do you feel that you've gained through these past few months in terms of your faith? And what do you feel that you've lost? The same is true of our relationship with church as well. I know that some people have actually become more involved in church during this time, particularly through our Zoom services, but there are others who feel totally disconnected. So again, as we prepare for the slow return to our buildings, this is a good moment to think about those experiences, to think, what have we gained by being away from our buildings? What have we lost by being away from our buildings? What do we want to keep as we go back? What do we want to let go of as we go back? What are we hoping to regain or to rediscover? Over the next few weeks, for many people, it's a time for a summer break. And whether you're at home or away, it's a really good moment to metaphorically sort through your bits and bobs drawer, to really take some time to think about what you want and need. And I encourage you to do that in terms of life and faith and church. And just be aware that it can be very easy at times to let go of something that's quite useful or even quite important. What's important for you as you look to the future? What do you want to hold on to? What I love about these drawers is that every time you sort through them, you always find unexpected treasure. Happy reflecting.